The Italian Association of Translators and Interpreters, AITI, presented this nomination for a single, voluminous, I may add, translation from English into Spanish, volumes 1 and 2 of the letters of Samuel Beckett, which will be followed by volumes 3 and 4, originally published by Cambridge University Press in 2011. The prestigious Italian publisher Adelphi entrusted the translation of this work of considerable academic value to the nominee, whose translation was published in 2021. The nominators stressed the fact that the winner, who's Leonardo Marcello Pignataro, was aware of the difficulties involved in the text and succeeded in coping with the many variables that needed to be juggled when translating Beckett's letters. His translation of Volume 1, which comprises the letters written between 1929 and 1940, and Volume 2, which comprises the letters written between 1941 and 1956, demonstrates his excellence as a translator, his academic expertise, theoretical consistency, thorough knowledge of the cultural context, and the ability to provide an original take on Beckett's work. The jury acknowledged the fact that the translator has considerable working experience and deserves the prize in recognition of his achievements. So may I call onto the stage Leonardo Marcello Pignataro, the winner of the prize.
I'm really overwhelmed and my heart is beating so fast, so I'm sorry if I fumble with words. And I shouldn't be here. I was supposed to be behind the computer doing my work, typing on my PC. And if translating almost 1,400 pages and to translate furthermore 400 pages of Beckett's letters was a challenge, is no less a challenge to have to thank all the people I need to thank in less than a minute. And still, I really want to thank FIT for awarding me this prize, and AITI president, my president, Laura Giovanna, who is here, and for presenting my nomination. And I have to thank Franca Cavagnoli, who was my teacher and editor of this major project, and Adelphi publisher, who entrusted me and entrusted this major project with translation. I have to thank all my colleagues, you here present, my colleagues back in Italy, and without you I wouldn't be here. I am also president of the regional association of AITI in Piemonte, and I do believe in association. Association life is what really counts for us in order to have all the rights about which my colleagues before me talked about. And I'm also a translator teacher, and that's what one of the main focus all the time I put when I'm in classroom with my students, the importance of being recognized as a whole body of people doing the work they like to do, but needing to be paid and recognize the rights they have to be recognized. And of course I have to thank my family, my mother, my father, who passed away just in February because of COVID, of course, and he would really be proud for this prize. And I have to thank my husband, Francisco, who is here with us today. He came with us, because every day, as we all know, he has to cope with my up and downs, my translator tantrums, my translator's bad hair days, and as you can see, for me, a bad hair day is quite an issue, and he's really patient, and I have to thank him also because he really believed from the beginning in my work. And as translators, we do build bridges between cultures, among language, and non-fiction translators also build bridges between among epochs. And sometimes it's something that when we translate, we were talking with Matteo, sometimes non-fiction translators are deemed kind of second-class translators, no? Usually the translator is the fiction translator. But our work is no less important than other translation. And let me say something in these times of war. I am also a translator from Russian, and at the moment I'm translating the letters. I'm becoming a translator of letters by Florinsky, who was he was a philosopher, he was a priest who was killed in 1936 in one of the gulags, Stalin the gulags. And what I really mean to say here today, that Russian language, Russian culture, Russian history is living today a bias they don't deserve because of someone else's choices. And I think which is important that we translators try to overcome this kind of bias, thinking that it's not the choice of someone else we're working with their culture, history, and language. Thank you very much. I'm going away.
As already mentioned, Karel Chappé was a famous author of fiction and non-fiction literature. The Karel